The silent war on gold and why they need you paperless, the illusion of the receipt, a cinematic shot of a $100 bill being held in front of a vault. The bill slowly turns transparent, revealing a digital barcode underneath. Look closely at the money in your wallet. If you hold a $100 bill, what do you actually own? You might think it. S. A share of your nation. S. Wealth, a physical asset you can hold, trade, and hide. But you've been lied to. That bill is not wealth. It is a receipt for a debt that can never be paid. For centuries, the world operated on a simple truth. Money was gold, and gold was freedom because no government could print it into insignificance. But today, a silent war is being waged not against a foreign power, but against the very idea of physical value. Why are central banks, the very institutions telling you that gold is a barbaric relic, currently buying more of it than at any time in the last 50 years? And why are they so desperate to move you into a 100% digital, paperless system? The answer isn't convenience, it's control. Today, we peel back the curtain on the century-long conspiracy to delink humanity from reality. And why the final stage of this plant, the death of cash, is the most dangerous one yet? The origins. The Great Seizure of 1933, grainy black and white footage of 1930s breadlines. Cut to Executive Order 6102. To understand the future, we have to look at the first time they took it from us. The year was 1933. The United States was in the grip of the Great Depression. On April 5th, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 6102. It was a shockwave. Under the threat of 10 years in prison, every American citizen was ordered to hand over their gold to the government. Think about that. State criminalized the ownership of the only asset they couldn't control. Why? Because as long as the people held gold, the government was on a leash. They couldn't spend money they didn't have. By seizing the gold, the state broke the leash. They paid the citizens $20.67 per ounce, then immediately revalued it to $35, devaluing every dollar the people had left. This was the blueprint. Isolate the people from the asset, then control the currency. The breaking point. The 1971 Nixon Shock. K-map of the world with lines connecting back to the U.S. A clip of Richard Nixon's 1971 address. Fast forward to 1944. The Bretton Woods Agreement established the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency, backed by gold. The world trusted the dollar because they knew, at any time, a foreign central bank could swap those dollars for physical bars in Fort Knox. But by the late 1960s, the U.S. was printing dollars to fund the Vietnam War and massive social programs. Foreign nations, led by France, smelled the smoke. They began demanding their gold back. On August 15, 1971, the silent war turned into an open betrayal. President Richard Nixon went on national television and temporarily suspended the convertibility of the dollar into gold. That temporary suspension has lasted over 50 years. In that single moment, the world entered the era of **Fiat**. Money was no longer a thing. It was a promise. And as any historian will tell you, a government promise is only as good as its next crisis. Since that day, the dollar has lost over 98% of its purchasing power against gold. The Nixon shock was the day money stopped being real, and the majority of the population never even noticed. The fallout, debt is the new religion, a fast-paced montage of printing presses, credit card swipes, and rising debt clocks. Once money was untethered from gold, the financial tricks began. Central banks discovered they could create money from nothing through fractional reserve banking. In this system, debt isn't a burden to the banks, it's their most profitable product. They need you in debt because debt requires interest, and interest requires you to work forever. But there was still one problem for the architects of this system. Physical cash. As long as you have paper money and gold, you have an exit. You can take your wealth out of the bank and keep it under your mattress. You can buy things without a digital trail. To the central planner, your privacy is a blind spot. Your financial independence is a systemic risk. This is why the war on gold has shifted. They no longer need to seize it by force. They just need to make it impossible to use. Modern parallels: the rise of the programmable prison digital grids. Eye scanning tech and CBDC logos like the digital yuan or the proposed FedNow. We are now entering the final phase. Asterisk, asterisk, the Paperless Society. Asterisk central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, are being tested in over 100 countries right now. Unlike the digital balance in your current bank app, a CBDC is asterisk asterisk programmable dot asterisk asterisk. Imagine a world where your money has an expiration date to stimulate the economy. Imagine your funds being frozen because your carbon footprint was too high this month, or because you donated to a political cause the state dislikes. Shocking data shows that in China's digital yuan trials, the government could literally turn off a citizen's ability to buy groceries with the click of a button. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a technical feature. The war on gold was about removing the asterisk, asterisk standard, asterisk, asterisk. The war on cash is about removing the asterisk, asterisk person, asterisk, asterisk. When you are 100% paperless, you are 100% permission-based. 3 takeaways and the warning. They tell you that a cashless society is about convenience. They tell you that gold is for doomsday preppers. But remember, central banks are currently hoarding gold at record levels. They are hedging against the very system they sold you. Here are 3 things you must understand. Gold is the only money that isn't someone else's liability. When you hold it, you owe no one, and no one can delete it. The push for paperless is a push for total surveillance. Every transaction you make is a data point in your future social credit score. Inflation is a silent confiscation. By printing more digital units, they are stealing the hours of your life you spent earning them. The window to exit the digital trap is closing. History shows that when a currency loses its tie to reality, it eventually returns to its intrinsic value. Asterisk, asterisk, 0. Asterisk, asterisk. The question is, when the screens go dark and the promises vanish, will you have something real in your hands, or will you just have a receipt for a vanished world? If you want to understand the secrets they keep behind the vault doors, subscribe and hit the bell. The truth is hidden in plain sight, but only for those willing to look. What do you think is the real reason they want us 100% digital? Let us know in the comments below while you still can.